What is it? Go get it, go get it. Come on. So yeah, a lot of these trees along here have become very overgrown, and the idea is to take a lot of the bigger trees out and then plant a hedge here along the boundary. So this hedge is a mixture of about 5 different trees. So we've got, let me try remember what we've got here. We've got dog rose, dogwood, crab apple, hawthorn, and what's the other one? The last one is hazel, that's it. And ultimately this will become a just like a 2 meter high, I don't know what you call it, a hedgerow, that's it, it's a hedgerow. We've got a sweet chestnut and a silver birch to take down. Just a bit through there. The sweet chestnut take down today because we're expecting a big storm tomorrow, and it's leaning out quite far over the field. It's not too big a tree, but we'll get it out. Did I mention what a beautiful day it was? Look at it. It's amazing. It's only 0 degrees, just about, maybe 1 degree at the moment. But it's an absolutely beautiful day. The woodland is looking amazing. Beautiful sunshine. Apart from the noise of the shooting going on there. So we can tell that winter's arrived because they started shooting. There's a couple of fields down just towards that direction. They do clay pigeon shooting, and they start bang on 10 o'clock. So that's the tree there with the ladder up against it. Very old size, quite an old tree. So because it needs to come back towards me, I'm going to tie an anchor here on this. I've got a poplar tree, trembling aspen, quite a big one, you can see. Yeah, so that's the one that's going to be the anchor point for the rope to winch the tree back. So for this I just do a normal bowline, just to anchor it to the tree. Actually that's a rubbish one, that's better. And put a stopper knot in. You can see the tree moving even as I pull from here, so we'll have no problem with that one. This one a bit higher up. There we get one of these guys around here. Okay. Oh, then I like to use 2 carabiners here because then you can better adjust the direction that the rope is going in. These are really climbing carabiners. They're quite small, but I'm not doing massive bits of wood here, so there's not big trees that I'm taking down, so this is more than enough actually. There we go. So you can see basically what we're doing here. We're sort of creating a 2-to-1 roughly advantage. Now this one is going to go all the way down there to where I've got the winch attached. It's like a midline loop. Oh, what is it called? I've forgotten. Something butterfly or something. Anyway, it's one of those, and it serves 2 purposes. So it will stop it coming back too far, and also it forms the anchor point for the winch, so the winch will pull back on there. My knot tying is a bit rubbish this morning. My hands are freezing. So this is my anchor tree for the winch. So let's just work this out. Probably only need to do tumble round. Goes there. Some cable feeding. Push back. Right, so we stuff this one back. That's it. And then this guy gets put on here. That always catches my finger, that thing. And as is always the case, I've left the pole in the car, so we'll have to go and fetch that one, but that's not a problem. We can start tensioning this guy up. Right, let's do some pulling back now and see what it looks like. A lot of these branches that I will cut off from this tree, I'm going to pile up right next to the new hedge that I've laid. I'm going to try to pile it up as high as possible, and that will hopefully keep the deer off. There's a lot of deer that move through this woodland. They I think they're roe deer, so they're not massive, but they can be quite destructive. They will just eat all the new shoots, and eventually the trees will die. $55, $66, $77. Guess what's next? $88. This is interesting. I've never seen one of these before, but there's actually a rainbow right up in the sky. I'll see if I can get it. There it is. Can you see it there? That's amazing.